There is always something, a little magic, when we begin doing things for the first time on our own. We almost feel like we're now suddenly empowered until we're not. And for so many riders, this is what happens. They get so excited about maybe eventually having their own horse or leasing a horse, and they're so excited about getting out there, doing it on their own, and, figuring out all the things until they kind of begin to realize that they've been wandering and not really getting anywhere with regards to progress. I think that if you're stuck in second guessing your every move, if you're unsure of what to do next, you're at the point where you maybe need somebody to help guide you out of that situation. And there's this flip that happens when we realize that while going it alone is lovely and initially very empowering, for the long haul, it can actually be quite lonely as a rider. Hey there, it's Lorna here and welcome to Sunday Strides. This is just a quick little chat at the beginning of a week to help you to go into the week, step into the week feeling more inspired, motivated, and just willing to do the things you have to do with your horse to give you the best results. So I really feel right now, after chatting with so many riders, that there seems to be this place riders find themselves in where they're kind of showing up, they're doing the work, they're trying, they care deeply about what's going on with their horse, but they also feel like they're going nowhere slowly, spinning their wheels, so to speak. I think that sometimes the dream of having a horse and of figuring it all out is so great that we often feel that reaching out and getting some support is like a loss or giving up somehow. And I think that we need to flip this. This does not mean that you are not capable, okay? It actually means that you're fairly wise and you're resourceful and you're using the resources that you have at your fingertips that is going to get you where you and your horse want to go. I think sometimes we can feel that when we begin to get some advice from an outsider, such as a coach or a trainer or instructor, it's like we're giving away the power, that the decisions are no longer ours, that they're going to take over our journey with our horse. That's not true. All these people can do for you would be to give you a little bit more structure, especially when things are feeling a little bit messy, okay? They're going to give you a different perspective that may help you to regain some confidence in both your abilities and your horse's abilities. And they're also going to encourage you. They're like a little cheerleader there at the side going, go on, you can do it, okay? And when you've been out on your own for a long period of time, that's very often what's needed. You need the structure, you need the perspective, and you need the cheerleader on your side. If you think of racehorses, very often if you watch a race and you see a horse that's out in front for the majority of the race, that horse will very rarely win, very, very rarely. And it's because it begins to lose focus, lose concentration. It's not able to keep going it alone at the front. It's very often one of the horses who've kind of tailgated the first horse, who's sat in behind the first horse and who's been there with him all the time, keeping pace, but they don't have the weight of that mental concentration on them. And then they're able to actually make use of the position they're in to go forward and win. Now, whether you like racehorses or not, and whether you agree with it or not, it's neither here nor there. It's just an example of how if you're trying to go out there, go at it alone, very often you are going to begin to slow down and you're going to begin to lose focus and you're going to begin to lose concentration and actually lose the ability to continue on at the pace that you are on. And I would say that if things are feeling a little chaotic when you're riding now, if everything's feeling like holy moly, I'm neither here nor there. I don't know if I'm coming or going. There's probably no structure. And again, this is where an instructor, a trainer or a coach is going to help you. So often we see structure as being very limiting, like very restrictive. It's not. It's if you can picture structure as being almost like a plaster of Paris, it's going to help you to become stronger in the way that you want to become stronger, okay? That's all structure does. And then over time, yes, then you can kind of take the take it away and you can, scribble outside the lines if you want, okay? You're able to do that, but it's because you've created your own structure then inside of it. So I really do think that right now, if you are struggling with things, I would strongly suggest looking at how you could potentially reach out to an instructor, a trainer, a coach to help you move forward. I work with riders virtually all over the world doing this sort of work. So if you would like more information on that, you can just send me an email, lorna@stridesforsuccess.com, and I can let you know a few different ways we could work together. But even if you're looking for somebody more in person, don't see it as a failure. Don't see it as you're letting you and your horse down because you had this dream of you doing it alone. No, all you're doing now is getting a little guidance. There's nothing wrong with a little guidance. And very often that little guidance can be the catalyst to you and your horse actually really, really making it work for both of you in the way that you want. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Have a fantastic week and I'll chat to you soon. Be good. Bye.